Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Thousands of homes have been destroyed in West China as the country experiences its worst flooding in more than 50 years. Officials have blamed an early rainy season, saying that the worst damage appears to be in the city of Zhujiangyan, where a saturated mountainside gave way on Wednesday, burying both homes and buildings and killing as many as 40 people. The former boss of the Fukushima nuclear power plant, who stayed at the stricken facility after it was hit by the 2011 Japanese tsunami, has succumbed to an extremely quick developing cancer that both TEPCO and Japanese officials say is in no way related to the nuclear meltdown. In related news, Japan's nuclear regulator has been forced to agree that highly radioactive water from the nuclear power plant is likely leaking into the Pacific Ocean, in an announcement that both the Japanese government and Tokyo Electric have long denied. A law put into place to safeguard small investors from exorbitant risk was repealed Wednesday as the Senate Executive Committee voted 4-1 to allow hedge funds to market dangerous investment opportunities to unsuspecting investors. Japanese air defense forces have maneuvered fighter jets against North Korea this summer for the first time in 4 years as tensions within the region continue to rise. According to experts, the Japanese Defense Ministry believes that North Korean aircraft were attempting to gather information after the country deployed additional Aegis destroyers in the Sea of Japan to protect itself against a possible strike. Independent research teams found cause to re-examine the H7N9 avian flu and have concluded that the virus has a higher potential for widespread pandemic than originally thought. The study was performed by 2 leading groups, each with independent goals to discovering the transmissibility of the virus. The Center for Disease Control, testing human airway epithelial cells in rodent respiratory tracts, found that H7N9 has a 20 to 400-fold increase in replication when compared with the seasonal flu. For now, the disease appears to have died off, but international scientists warn that the absence may be due to warmer weather and that we may see a stronger, mutated form of the virus in cooler months. And to wrap things up, a militant group in Iran claims to have proof of a hidden underground nuclear facility. 7 earthquakes rang in over 5.0 in today's Quake Watch. The US is moving ahead with a plan to supply 4 F-16 fighter jets to Egypt despite the unrest. And Super Typhoon Soulik moves towards the Philippines with winds over 120 miles per hour. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by TSHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.